Let's say China.
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 China. China. China. China.
There are next-door neighbors, and you can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
Go over to China.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Trump's face, tweeting out insults to Angela Merkel. What's he doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host.
Yes. Hello, and welcome. I am James Andrews, and you are listening to So This Happened, the only news you need if today is your birthday. That was truly horrifying. It is Friday, the 13th of October. Ooh, Friday the 13th. And we have this creepy happy birthday music playing in the background. And today, in a further effort to overturn every single thing Barack Obama did as president, Donald Trump is now attacking the Iran agreement that Donald Trump and the Iranians came to. He is upset and says that it's very weak and his would be much better. Anyway, he gave a press conference today about it, and here is what the Commander-in-Chief said.
I have put forward. I am announcing today that we cannot and will not make this certification. We will not continue down a path whose predictable conclusion is more violence, more terror, and the very real threat of Iran's nuclear breakout. That is why I am directing my administration to work closely with Congress and our allies to address the deal's many serious flaws so that the Iranian regime can never threaten the world with nuclear weapons. These include the deal's sunset clauses that in just a few years will eliminate key restrictions on Iran's nuclear program. The flaws in the deal also include insufficient enforcement and near total silence on Iran's missile programs. Congress has already begun the work to address these problems. Key House and Senate leaders are drafting legislation that would amend the Iran Nuclear Agreement Review Act to strengthen enforcement, prevent Iran from developing an internet, this is so totally important, an intercontinental ballistic missile, and make all restrictions on Iran's nuclear activity permanent under U.S. law. So important. I support these initiatives.
So, besides not wanting Iran to have the internet, apparently, did you hear that? That was my favorite part. He goes, Iran has the internet. And then he goes, oh shit, not the internet. The interconnected, the intercontinental, the, what is it? The missiles, the fucking missiles. They can't have the missiles. If I breathed like that, you would tell me, right? On Twitter or Facebook, you'd say, James, you can hear you breathing. It's fucking weird, man. You sound like you got a coke habit. You would tell me that, right? And this is a move that has not only been criticized today by Democrats. Former Vice President Joe Biden wrote a very long Facebook post because he's old, right? Only old people use Facebook. I turned 40 years old today, so I am absolutely fine using Facebook. I think it's a rite of passage, isn't it? So anyway, Joe Biden wrote on Facebook, and I read it because I read Facebook, that unilaterally putting the deal at risk does not isolate Iran, it isolates us. And then the House Minority Leader, Nancy Pelosi, tweeted that Trump's threats against the hashtag Iran deal are a grave mistake and threaten America's security and credibility at a critical time. But it wasn't just the Democrats that were talking about this. It was also most of the international community. It was condemned by some key allies of the US, including Britain, France, and Germany, as well as Russia, who warned that Trump's move could isolate the US, not Iran. And so, in a similar vein to Donald Trump's healthcare plan, this Iranian deal, or pulling out of this Iranian deal, seems to have no real plan at all. It's just sort of, we have to pull out, we've got to repeal and replace the Iranian deal. Oh really, what with, Donald? Something better. What would that be, Donald? I don't know. Could you please tell us, because we do need to know. Something big. Better. Okay, that clears it up, thank you. You're welcome. I'm sorry, I know it's really juvenile making fun of Donald Trump's breathing when he talks on a microphone, but I've never said anything about it. We've done 126 episodes of So This Happened, and I've never once made fun of Donald Trump's sniffing habits on the microphone. So today, it's my birthday, so I am going to make fun of whatever I want to. This is my day, fuckers. My day. And in a really weird move for somebody that says they really hate Donald Trump, Kim Jung Un today has announced that he is going to build his own Mar-A-Lago. Now, he's going to be building his Spanish resort in the seaside town of Wonsan, which is a vacation spot in North Korea. Now, I actually wasn't aware they had any vacation spots in North Korea. I thought it was all work and no play there. But apparently, if you're the dictator, you can build a fake Spanish villa and put it right there by the ocean. And not only is there going to be his Mar-A-Lago, but he's also ordered an airport, a ski resort, and a 5-star hotel. I would love to see what the North Koreans' idea of a 5-star hotel is. Does the bed have an actual mattress rather than just straw? Does that make it 5? That's probably what 5-star means, isn't it? No, it has a frame, and there's actually a mattress on there with springs. There's no padding. It's quite uncomfortable, actually. It's just springs, but it's better than a pile of hay on the ground, isn't it? But in reading this story and researching it a little bit today, it actually turns out that there are 1 or 2 resorts in North Korea which are actually quite nice, which is not something you would expect, but there are some ski resorts there, and if you look at photographs of them, you kind of go, oh wow, that looks like it's sort of in the Alps. That's quite pleasant, actually. And what this shows is that Kim Jong Un, for all the craziness that he has, his economic changes in North Korea since his father died have actually been quite positive for a lot of the North Koreans. It's something that you don't really expect to hear or see from North Korea, but according to some financial experts, the economic growth under Kim Jong Un has actually been quite remarkable in North Korea. But having said all that, if you're looking for somewhere to go for your summer holiday next year, I do not suggest booking North Korea. No matter how much of a discount on Expedia you get, it's probably not the best place to go with your family on holiday. Okay, you heard it here first. I probably would not recommend it. And it's all this weird incongruous thing, isn't it, with North Korea? Because Kim Jong-un has said that he wants to increase the number of tourists by 1 million people each year for the foreseeable future. But with the death of Otto Warmbier just last year, it seems a bit incongruous, doesn't it? You see these photographs of people starving, and then you see these other photographs of these luxury resorts, and Kim Jong-un saying, come to North Korea, it's a lovely place. You'll come for the weather, but you'll stay for the company. But in all seriousness, this actually could potentially be a positive when we come to dealing with North Korea. It's been suggested by experts that because Kim Jong-un is so interested in capitalism, for want of a better word, this actually could be a benefit. Now, he's still going a bit crazy with the nuclear weapons. He still wants this massive nuclear program, but he also wants North Korea to be a player in the world as far as tourism goes and economy, trade. He wants all that as well. So Professor John Delory, who's a professor at Yonsei University Graduate School of International Studies, said that sanctions don't work on North Korea, but capitalism does. And he went on to say that we tend to focus exclusively on the nuclear program, and we only consider North Korea's economy insofar as how to sanction and strangle it further. But Kim's ambition to create economic development is one of the promising pieces in the North Korean puzzle. The professor then went on to say something which may be just a little bit controversial, but there is a sort of sense to it as well. He said that a smart strategy by the Trump administration would be to get a basic arms control agreement that freezes the North Korean nuclear and missile program where it is and builds in gradual dismantlement steps, while at the same time helping Kim focus on economic development. And I get it, that's quite a controversial statement. But at the same time, we're talking about millions and millions of people who are in North Korea who will benefit significantly if economic growth can be achieved in the country. So, is that the answer to the North Korean problem? Help them achieve this economic goal that they have, while at the same time downsizing their nuclear program? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm just presenting you with the facts. And here are some more facts for you if you can handle it. During the Values Voter Summit today, where Donald Trump was one of the speakers, a flyer was distributed to every member who attended, entitled "The Hazards of Homosexuality." And in this flyer, it was promoting a new book called The Health Hazards of Homosexuality. In the swag bag, there was also a bumper sticker that said, "I don't believe the liberal media." Now, the book, with the fantastic title, The Health Hazards of Homosexuality, claims that homosexuality is a mental disorder, and the truth is being suppressed by the, in quotes, homosexual lobby and their allies, including the radicalized entertainment industry, press, and educational establishments. Now, it will come as no surprise to any of you that Donald Trump received a standing ovation at this summit when he ended his speech with, "Americans don't worship government, we worship God." Now, originally in the speech, he said, "Americans don't worship government, we worship God, i.e. me. Thank you." But some aide said, "Donald, you may want to take that little bit out there and just leave it at God. Let everyone draw their own conclusions." And another interesting fact is that Donald Trump is the first sitting president to ever address the annual gathering of the evangelical conservatives. Not even George W. did it. Donald Trump is the first. He's the first guy that stood up there to these I want to say nut jobs, but yeah, these nut jobs. He stood up there to these nut jobs that are handing out this poisonous rhetoric, and he got a standing ovation. They love him. They really love him. And of course, what this does is it once again legitimizes hate speech. It's Donald Trump legitimizing hate speech. I think there's nobody that can argue that this isn't hate speech. When you have a group of evangelical conservatives standing up there saying, homosexuality, it's a mental disorder. You're all fucked in the head if you like boys, if you're a boy, if you like girls, if you're a girl. Fucked in the head. That's hate speech any way you look at it, isn't it? And so for Donald Trump to stand up there and give a speech, then get a standing ovation and say, "We don't worship government, we worship God." Yeah, the God that you guys are talking about, the God that hates fags. Oh, I can't say that. You can say that, Donald. It's okay. You can say that word in here, Donald. We love it. Oh, okay, good. Then I stand by it. And so, once again, in a single speech, Donald Trump has alienated more people. He's a winner, isn't he? An absolute winner. Anyway, we are out of time for the day. It's been a good conversation, as always. And everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy it. And we'll do this all again on Monday. And remember, we can continue the conversation on Twitter at @SoThisHappen if you like. And if you're old, we can go to Facebook and continue it. So that's fine as well. Anyway, take care. See you on Monday. Bye.